Hello again to the Spectrum Next community. Well, it's been a while since I've posted anything, but I've been really looking forward to sharing this with you. Earlier in 2020, I created a programming tutorial series to be published in 8-Bit magazine over 4 issues. And the first part of that tutorial series is now finally published in issue 9 of the magazine. And there will be a link below in the description, so you should check that out. This tutorial series is not to be confused with my previous YouTube video tutorials where I showed how to make Connect 4. No, this is for a fully featured arcade game, and it will take you through all the steps needed to actually create this game. So just to whet your appetite, I'm going to show you the finished game that you will have in your hands after the 4 parts are completed. Here we go. It's called Infestation. So here's just an initial page that shows some of the abilities of the Spectrum Next to do hardware scrolling and to use many more colors than the available 8 that were available on the classic Spectrum. Maybe a little hard to see in this, but there's the full range of 256 colors are visible there. So let's begin the game. So right away we're doing something that you wouldn't normally see on a Spectrum. Nice smooth moving sprites that are fully animated, and the little spaceman in the middle, and as you can see I can move diagonally as well as up and down. So just to show you the collision, you can hear it happening. I have a little health indicator at the bottom, so naturally I don't want that to go to 0. So how do I fight these little alien parasites? Well, I drop bombs like so. Oh, I got one. I wasn't expecting to get it on the first try because it's all about the timing. The bombs destruct on their own after a certain number of seconds, so I've got to kind of gauge where to put the bomb, and I got it. So alien guts everywhere. As you can see, the room has boundaries. The player naturally stops at the boundaries, but there are doors top and bottom. So if I go out of the room, I'm in another room. This time I've got 4 of these aliens. Now what's interesting is this has been designed with a real map. So if I go back to the previous room, the aliens are gone. If I go back up there, the same aliens are there again. So let's move out of here. Whoa. 4 is the maximum number of aliens that there are on one screen. Now, that's interesting. I know from this that I am at the top rightmost corner of the map, and it's a real map. These rooms are not randomly generated. You can see the exits are all definite. So I can replenish my ammo at any time. You can see it says bombs 22. Running over that crate will bring my bombs back up to 25. The crate doesn't disappear, so I can never run out of bombs. But I might wander pretty far away from the crate, which means I have to conserve my bombs. Otherwise, I have to trek the whole way back and get more, which wastes time, which wastes oxygen. And as you can see from the bottom of the screen, oxygen is continually depleting. This is a space station made up of 49 rooms in a grid 7 by 7. And you win the game by eliminating all 100 aliens. And I'm missing. It's all about the timing. There we go. So a few easy rooms here it seems, with just 1 or no aliens to do battle with. Got him. So I won't try to complete it this go necessarily. By the way, there's 1 life, so don't get caught in your own explosion or you're dead completely. There we go. So the bomb crates are another difficult room. The bomb crates are located... Oh, how could I miss those? You'd think it would be easy to hit them, you know, when you just kind of... but I've made the game intentionally difficult. Oh my goodness. It's been a while since I've played this, so I'm not terribly good at it necessarily. Yeah, 2 in one go. The bomb crates, there are 4 of them in the map. They are in the top right, top left, bottom right and bottom left corners of the map. Yeah. So that's the game. That's Infestation. And you would never have seen anything like this in Spectrum Basic back in the day, which relied on these UDGs, user-defined graphics, that had these clunky movements. So it is just wonderful that we have hardware sprites on the Spectrum, programmable directly from BASIC. Okay, so that's the game. So if you're interested in learning, now, you know, it's not just a case of, you know, typing a listing like you would have found in magazines like Sinclair Programs back in the day. This is an actual tutorial which teaches you all about sprites, sprite movement, enemy collision, creating a map with exits and stuff like that. So there you go folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I think this might be the first published material for Spectrum NextBASIC, aside from the manual, of course. I could be wrong about that, I'm not sure. But anyway, lots of fun to be had with this language. Go get your copy.